Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
It is time to glow your career with Glow Career. That's it. Kim Taynor joining us again. She's the founder of Glow Career. And although based out of Columbus, Ohio, not just in that state, she can help you anywhere around the world with her products and services to help you with, let's talk about career packages, LinkedIn packages, resume, cover letters, and over a dozen different career resources at lower cost points than most. So welcome back to the show, Kim. How are you?
Thank you. I'm great. Thanks so much for having me again.
Sad to hear it's our last time together, but it's been a fun journey and I've learned a lot from you.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes. And it's so funny. My resume is so outdatedly pathetic, but I'm lucky my job that I have, it's been a lot of word of mouth. But one day when I get back into the workforce, I'm going to need your help and I'm reaching out to you. So it's growglowcareer.com, correct?
Correct.
All right. Tell us a little bit for those new timers tuning in today, what you offer specifically.
Yeah, of course. So offer a little bit of everything, including resume revamps. We do a lot of help with LinkedIn as well. So creating the actual profile, editing the actual profile, helping with cover letters. We do a lot of career coaching and strategy sessions as well. So we're able to meet you wherever you are in your journey.
Perfect. And I know we've talked about resume, cover letter, LinkedIn a lot, which is super important. But also another big part of your job is coaching. Can we talk about career coaching? What is that?
Yeah, of course. So coaching is often coupled with the resume packages. So a lot of times when somebody goes through the regular resume package or LinkedIn package, they realize, hey, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
What do I do? Where do I go? I feel stuck. And a strategy session is a great thing at that point, because what we're able to do is it's exactly that. It's a strategy session. So we're able to kind of identify the pain points that you're facing and help you kind of work through some of the challenges or work through some of the questions. So it's a mini coaching session is what it is, but those are a great option. We also have a long-term coaching program. So that's about 3 months. So that would cover a little bit of everything, including some time spent on the resume, cover letter, LinkedIn. We talk about personal branding and really helping you position yourself in the workplace, maybe where to post your resume. All of those things are covered. And then we do have a 4-week program, which is great if you just need a little bit of help. And maybe you need a little bit more help than a strategy session, but not as much help as a 3-month session. So that's a great option as well. So that is 4 weeks. That covers the basics on the resume, the cover letter, LinkedIn, and then a skills assessment. And with that package, your resume services are discounted by 30%.
Wow.
And with the long-term package, everything's included. So a couple different options, just depends on how much support you need and how long you want some help.
Yeah. So a lot of us, though, you'd say feel stuck. What is that advice you'd give to someone out there who's feeling that right now? What would you give them advice?
Yeah, so I would say you're not alone. So the majority of people that we're working with, they might feel very panicked. They might have just been laid off. Maybe they haven't applied for a job in 10 years and they don't know where to start. Maybe they've tried to attempt their resume and it's just so frustrating to get everything on paper. So I would say that that is a common issue for a lot of people. So don't stress about it. Feel free to just give us a call. You can schedule on our calendar link, which is right on the main page of the website. So we can do a free call with you initially just to kind of identify some things that we could help with, ask you some questions, and then just talk about next steps at that point.
Got it. And as far as the long-term coaching, right? You said that's 3 months?
3 months, yes.
Okay. And that includes weekly Zoom call, long-term coaching, includes their resume, the cover letter, LinkedIn as well. And the
Hmm.
4-week package, you're offering a special with a 30% off if you bundle with them to coach.
Correct.
Awesome. We love hearing that. Okay. And could you share maybe an experience or two of someone who has done the coaching program so far? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, of course. So I recently finished a second round of coaching with someone I coached about 2 years ago. So I helped her find her initial position through the coaching program a couple years back, and she was ready to job search again and really just needed that jump start. So we recently did the 4-week program together, which was great,
Okay.
and had somebody that we helped with the resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn and did 2 strategy sessions with. And she was really in a situation where she wanted to make a jump. She felt like her current employer wasn't really valuing her experience. So she was pretty frustrated at that point. We did the 2 strategies, redid the resume, got her LinkedIn in pretty good shape, and she sent me a message the other day that said that she received an offer that was 35,000 over her current employer. So that was
Fantastic.
awesome. Yeah. I was very excited for her. So that was just the other day that we helped someone with that. She said that she was doing a panel interview and was a nervous wreck, but she said that she did pretty well because they offered her the job clearly, but apparently one of the hiring managers told her to run for president with that resume. So that was
Oh,
probably the best compliment that I've
that
got.
is
It was
amazing. That is
really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
And
Very.
let me ask, if you don't mind, a little about the price point of your strategy sessions and coaching programs. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. So the strategy sessions, as I mentioned, those are mini coaching calls. So it's something that you would do if you maybe just need a tiny bit of support. Those are 150 done by Zoom. You would get a calendar link after you check out on the website, and you would be able to schedule for a time that works for you. Those we can usually get you in within a couple days of checking out on the website, so those can be done pretty fast. The 4-week program is $495. That's the program that includes the resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn for 30% off. So if you bundle everything together, it's $495 and then the 30% off of those services. And then the long-term program, that one includes the resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn, 3 months of support, also done by Zoom, and that's $525 for 3 months.
Awesome. So it is affordable, and we're excited to also remind you that the coaching program does include that resume, the cover letter, the LinkedIn as well.
Mhm.
And to sign up for it, we just go to the website. Could you share?
Yeah, of course. So you would just want to go to the website.
Which
You can
is
go growglowcareer.com.
good.
So there is a schedule link on there for the initial discovery call. So if you have questions about the individual programs or just want to kind of bounce ideas off of us or need to just follow up with any concerns or anything about your current situation, happy to schedule that first, and we can recommend a program that would work for your current situation. But after that, you would check out with that specific program on the website, and then you would get a scheduling link to follow up.
Perfect. And let me ask you about some of the other services you offer. You do offer one that's what was it called? The ebooks and
Mm.
workbooks. It's the coaching, resume, LinkedIn, the guides.
Yes, we
I
have a
lost
lot of,
my notes.
yeah,
They
no,
disappeared like it was something. I read it before.
no worries.
Thank you.
Of course. So we do have a lot of guides and some checklists and things like that. So those are a really good resource if you maybe don't have the time for a strategy call or don't have the time for a long-term coaching program, or maybe you're looking for something a little bit more budget friendly. So most of those are, under $20, very affordable. But what you would do is just go to our website and check out with one of those. And you can download the resource, excuse me, right from the website. So very easy to do, and you get that in real time.
Awesome. And you mentioned there's also um, a lot of topics there we can take a look at some of these worksheets. And one in particular is limiting beliefs, which I think a lot of us have. It helps us, it hinders us, I should say, in so many
Right.
aspects, especially thinking what we could do, don't have enough confidence that we can get that next job or we could change a career. Any advice for us today for someone out there who's feeling like that limiting belief type, having that type of day? Been there.
Yeah, it's a very common thing that you'll encounter in everyday life, but a lot of times in the job search. So I would say that again, you're not alone. A lot of people have that same feeling, and I feel like limiting beliefs are maybe something that we're not really conscious of sometimes. So in order to kind of break those barriers, it's definitely good to at least be aware of it and see what you can do to change that so you can also change your situation. The resume that we would do for you would help boost your confidence as well. And the strategy calls are pretty uplifting. So those all kind of play into that, but definitely a common issue for a lot of people.
Got it. And would you also want to talk a little bit about maybe the cost of that program, the subscription based one?
Yeah, so we're releasing a subscription-based program. It's very affordable. It's going to include exclusive resources. They're not found anywhere else on on any other website. So what you would do is go to the website again, you would check out with the subscription-based program. It is $27 per month. So you get access to any of those resources in there. Again, those are going to be very exclusive. It would cover a variety of topics, all surrounding your job search or life coaching.
Got it. All right. And let me ask you about, to access that, I can go on the website, right? You said it'll be live in the next couple of weeks.
Correct. Yeah, it's not live
Is
right
it?
now, but
Okay.
it'll be launching in a couple of weeks.
That's so cool. How did you come up with that idea? This is awesome.
Thank you.
You're
Just came
welcome.
to me one day. Thank you.
Just came to you one day. And for someone who's listening saying, who is this woman who's talking here so much today? What is her background? Why is she helping people with this? Could you share what brought you into this? I already know, they don't know. Tell us.
Yeah, of course. So my background started in HR. I'll go all the way back to college. So I had some really great influential mentors in college and got my start in HR. I started doing some of the human resources classes and really liked the recruiting function. So I initially got into recruiting and then obviously reviewing resumes every day. It was a very easy transition for me to get into resume writing.
Mm-hmm.
I did it unofficially for a long time just to kind of help audit resumes and just say, you might want to change this. Maybe a hiring manager would like this and just, see what worked. So over time, drifted into that space and currently have over 10 years of experience in HR. I've done corporate HR, the corporate HR side and the staffing side, and then of course, resume writing and coaching. So pretty well
Awesome.
versed in both areas.
All right. And again, we're also want to remind everyone how we can contact you. Could you share all forms, please?
Of course. So the website is growglowcareer.com. The email address is support@growglowcareer.com. And then the phone number is 412-844-4814.
Perfect. Well, also let's talk a little bit about, the new program, subscription based that we just brought up. Can we talk about some of the benefits, would you think, with this new program?
Yeah, of course. So I would say one of the bigger benefits is that it is very much at your leisure. So whenever you have time to take a look at the resources. It's not something that you have to schedule time for, like our strategy calls or a long-term coaching session. There are tidbits of information that can help you in a variety of areas. So with the strategy session, we do pack a lot of information into the half-hour sessions that we do, but you're obviously limited to a certain amount of time. You have a time frame for that. So with the subscription based, that's more of a variety of resources
Mm-hmm.
covering a variety of topics. So that would definitely be one benefit. The cost benefit, it's pretty affordable. So definitely great from a cost perspective. There's a lot of value in it. And then um, the time to receive those documents too, you're able to receive them in real time. So very easy to just go on the website and download them.
Yay, good to hear. All right. What else in particular do you want to share with everyone today? I know you can schedule on the website. It's a great place to start. There is that free discovery call, which is always important.
Mhm.
And do you want to mention some of the other services you provide?
Yeah, of course. So I'd say the main package that we sell a lot of would be the resume cover letter and LinkedIn package. So with that package, you receive everything in Word form. So you get the Word documents. Some companies will only give you the PDF, so you keep coming back for edits over and over again. We like to give you the Word form so that you can make the edits if you need to. If you need to change your phone number or something like that at some point, it's pretty convenient. So
Mm-hmm.
that would be the most popular package that we sell. That one also includes 3 customized LinkedIn banners that you can choose from. All of the content is geared towards specific jobs that you might be interested in too. So that will be really helpful later on in your job search. Recruiters will have an easier time finding you on a job board or even on LinkedIn. So all of those packages, though, they include 30 days of revisions after your first drafts are sent. So you have some time to take a look at them. We don't limit you on time with that, so you have some flexibility there, and then you'll have the Word copies if you need to make any minor tweaks later on.
Right. And, with this era and this day and age, everything is about being online. And some people who maybe listen to the podcast, like, what is LinkedIn? It's just a whole new world. It really is that everyone's, the old days of sending your resume to someone it's just, but do you also suggest still doing that? Even though we're emailing them or we're on LinkedIn, do you still believe in that personal touch and the value of that, like holding like a resume, like getting it in the mail and actually looking at something? Is there a lot to be said for that?
I would say emailing it or going through an application process is probably the way that you want to go. But you do want to have a couple of copies handy in case you get called in for an interview. So I would find out ahead of time how many people you're interviewing with and find some nice heavy paper to print your resume
Mm-hmm.
out on and print those out. Make sure that you have a list of references too, in case they ask for it. So that's always a good tip for the interview itself. But actually handing it to them in an interview, that way they can follow along and they're not scrolling on their phone to find your resume. That's super helpful.
True. Very good. Important as well. And when it comes to the career coaching, right? Can I ask you just maybe some of the tips about coaching and what things that you help with? What about people that are just not they're shy, going? I mean, you got to make eye contact. Could you share some
Right.
examples of coaching in that aspect for people out there in the job in the workforce that may be a little more shy?
Right. Yeah, that can happen a lot. So we do interview prep sessions as well. So a lot of times the strategy call and interview prep session is something that we would do with the candidate once they're getting into the interview process. So an interview prep, we talk about best practices like making eye contact, some tips for the interview, and really just ways to lower anxiety during the interview or before the interview. We definitely run through some tips about that. We also will walk through some different questions that are commonly asked, and we provide you with worksheets on how to answer those. So there would be some spaces for answers, but we walk through some answers that would be acceptable during an interview to
Oh,
share, and then also talk about, what is causing you anxiety? What are you maybe hung up on or stuck on in the interview process? What questions do you maybe not feel comfortable answering? And then walk through those questions. So that can help with the confidence level and ability to make eye contact as well. Those are very relative too.
awesome. Well, we still have 5 minutes left in the show. How did you want to end the show? There's also blogs that you do. There's a lot of information, a wealth of information that you provide to
Yeah.
people. So, did you want to discuss any of those or?
Yeah, so we have some blogs on the website that is updated every week. So if you need some tips on the job search, feel free to check those out. Did want to let you know that if you, for any listeners, if you use the code podcast on the resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn package that I mentioned, you will get a discounted rate on that. So that's good through the end of the year. So feel free to use that. If you have any questions about anything, of course, go ahead and schedule a call with me. I'd be happy to help you or just field some questions. You can do a Zoom call or I can give you a call that way so you can select which way you'd like to talk.
And any advice, last minute advice to someone out there who's looking to totally change careers because you have to understand you're not alone. And I'm sure you've worked with a lot of people that went through this during COVID, but that's got to be scary. You want a whole new job, new career. Is there training sessions or how do you work a resume to get a job in a field that you don't know of? Did you help a lot of people post COVID?
Yeah. Yeah, we have helped a lot of people post COVID, and there are different ways to represent the information. Sometimes it can get tricky, but we definitely have some suggestions. It's not definitely not our first time navigating that. So happy to explore the situation in a little bit more detail and figure out what would work best.
And let me also ask you, why do you love doing this type of work? What is your passion behind it to continue? This is your job, this is your life, and you're helping other people grow and glow. Oh gosh, that sounded cheesy, but it's true. Uh, right?
Yep.
Tell me what you love most about it.
I absolutely love being a part of someone's job search, whether I help land them an interview or even educate them on some
Yeah,
things to include in the resume. The reason that I love that is because everything, literally everything, stems from your career. So if you get a new job and you get a better job, you're able to put food on your table. You're able to put gas in your car. You're able to pay your mortgage or pay your rent. So everything trickles down from that.
yeah,
And the story that I shared earlier about the client who we helped and she got a $35,000 raise, she was blown away. It's a game changer. So I love being a part of a situation like that where it can positively improve someone's situation.
perfect. Well, thank you. It's a pleasure having you here, getting to know you, and wishing you the best on all your endeavors. Again, guys, it's
Thank you.
growglowcareer.com. That's growglowcareer.com. And also on social media, where can we find you?
Yeah, so we do have a LinkedIn page. We have an Instagram page and Facebook as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for all you've done the past few weeks. Great job.
Thank
And
you.
really continue. Best of luck. I will say until next time, because I'm sure we'll meet again. We'll cross paths. I won't say goodbye officially.
Sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Thanks so much
Pleasure
for the
having you
time.
here. We appreciate it. Thanks again. And to all of our listeners, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more. Thank you.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.